What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have an unboxing and first impressions of this boot right here. And by the title, you guys know it is a Puma Future Ultimate in this like pretty cool colorway. And now here's the box itself, and it comes in this like brown box, and it says special edition here. Pretty cool box. It's different from the other Puma boxes. And all you get are the boots. There are no string bags with the Puma. I think maybe the Ultimates do come with the Future Ultimates do come with a string bag, but I'm not completely sure. But the Future does not come with the string bag. But yeah, here are the boots themselves, and as you guys can see, this is a pretty cool colorway in that it is the Tricks pack, and that's the same colorway from the 2016 Euro, and this was seen on the Evo Power and the Evo Speed at that time. So they brought back the colorway, the exact same colorway. And I did have the Evo Powers, I believe it was a 1.3s. And unfortunately, I no longer have them, which kind of sucks, because I did really like that pair of boots, but I no longer have them. And Puma did also come out with the Future Ultimate in this colorway. This is the other Tricks pack, the original one that came out for the World Cup of 2014. Which was pink and blue, so this is also a pretty cool colorway, which they did come out in the Puma Ultra Ultimate. So I didn't get those just because I already have the Ultra Ultimates, and I don't really like getting like boots, even though it is a pretty cool colorway. So I just decided to go for the Futures just because I haven't tried these and I really wanted to try these. So now we're just gonna go over the boot and just see like first impressions, how I feel about this boot. I've tried them on feet, but I have not tried them on the field yet. I have been using the Phantom GX, so I've been using those, and I've been enjoying those, so I'll probably use these next. And the Phantom GX video like review will probably drop like next week. Now this boot, I kind of have mixed feelings about it, just because the Puma Future 1.3/1.4 was my favorite boot that came out last year. I really enjoyed wearing that boot. And it was mainly because of that fusion fit that was in the midfoot that kind of compressed your like midfoot and that hugged it, and it was just a really unique sensation and that no other boot really had. And they took that away from the Future Ultimate, which I'm kind of upset about because I thought that was just a really unique sensation, and I was hoping that they would keep it, but they did like take it away. It's no longer here. So now first the upper did change, and it's more like this mesh like base synthetic, as you guys can see, like that mesh that is open here, and it's still really soft, and it goes around the whole upper, as you guys can see. So it is more consistent material around the boot. In the Puma Future 1.4, you had that same material in the toe box, and then from the midfoot forward, it was like a knitted material. So there was like a difference in material, which you did feel on feet. But this time around, it's a bit more consistent. And the mesh upper itself, it is really soft. As you guys can see, it's soft and pliable. And I actually do really like it. It does feel a little bit like the Puma Future 1.4. You do get like a padded liner right here, starting from like right here and goes all the way around up to here. So like I feel like the touch itself will be a bit padded. It won't be overly like thick, but it's not really thin either. It has a nice like cushion to it. So, and it's nice and soft and pliable, like I said. So I feel like I'm gonna like this upper a lot. You do get a bit of texture here with these like bumps, and it kind of just adds grittiness. As you guys can hear that, it does like stick out, but I feel like it won't have like crazy amount of like grip on the ball. It just will create friction. Now in the midfoot here, we do have like the Evo knit material, which does stretch. There is a bit of a tension here, so it doesn't stretch like crazy. So it does kind of like come back a little and just like hugs the top of your foot a bit more. So I guess in that regard, it is similar to the Fusion Fit like material that we did get on the Puma Future 1.4, but it's not to the same like extent. And now we have this power tape that we have seen from Puma before. We have seen it in the Evo Power, we see it in the Ultra. But to be honest, I feel like this is just like a gimmicky thing. I honestly don't think it adds like much structure. Like I feel like the structure comes from like the liner on the inside. So this is like completely different from the previous model, just because you did have that band that was a bit like more stretchy and then compressed. This time around it's more structured, and you know, you don't really get much stretch from this area. It's more like holding your foot in place, which does feel nice. It does feel different. I feel like more people will get used to this over like the previous model, and actually more people might like this just because it is more structured. And then now we have like the heel liner, which is honestly the exact same as the previous model. Good amount of padding there, nothing to complain. Like internal heel counter, like pretty solid. Here it's nice and soft. And then you do get like the extended like Ibuna material that does go up a bit up your ankle, but it's not like a mid-top model in my opinion. Now moving on to the sole plate, we do see like a different sole plate and stud pattern this time around in the new generation. So obviously here, as you guys seen, the main difference is the stud pattern has changed, and here we have more of these like bladed style studs, and I feel like they're kind of long, if you guys could kind of see that right there, and they look really aggressive. Like they're bladed style, so it will bite and give you a good amount of like grip when you're like pushing forward. And this boot, they say, is also FG AG, so you are able to play with these on AG. But in my opinion, these studs kind of look a bit long to be playing in AG. Like they're a bit too aggressive in my opinion. Obviously I will be playing in AG in these and testing that out, but I feel like if you do have like that turf or like carpet style, you shouldn't be wearing these. But if you do have that new like AG style that has a bit more depth to it, then I feel like these will be fine. The sole plate itself also did change. I don't know if the material changed exactly, but the boot itself does have a bit more like a snap to it, and I really like that. It is a bit more flexible here in this point, but it does like snap back, so I kind of like that sensation. I'm really curious to see if it does feel any different from the previous model. I feel like it will, just because just holding it in a hand, it does have a bit more like a spring back. Now we'll talk about the fit real quick. The fit overall is a bit different from the previous model, especially in the midfoot. Again, you don't have that fusion fit band, and the material itself is just more consistent all around. Like here in the midfoot, it is still pretty like, has a good amount of width. It's not overly narrow, and it's not like crazy like wide, and I feel like most people will fit in these boots. But overall, like the fit itself, it kind of feels like a speed boot just because this midfoot kind of like, it's hugging your foot, and it just feels a lot more like structured compared to the previous model. So it's different in that regard. And in terms of sizing, it is the same as the previous model in that you do get a little bit of like space in the toe box. I feel like I did have like half of them space like over here all around in the toe box. But honestly, I wouldn't go half size down just because like my midfoot would probably be a little too tight. And so for me, honestly, the little bit of space doesn't bother me. It might bother some people, but I wouldn't really recommend going half size down. If you have like space in your boots right now and you're looking to get these, I would recommend going half size down because it'll probably just like eliminate that space and they'll just fit perfectly. So that's the only time I would recommend going half size down. But I feel like most people will be happy how they fit true to size. But yeah, I'm excited to try these boots, especially because the previous model was my favorite boot that came out last year. So I want to see if these will, you know, live to that expectation that the previous ones had. You know, I was excited about trying these just because I've heard that it's pretty good. And so like based on like first impressions, like the upper is really soft. The midfoot feels like solid and secure, which is a bit different from the previous model, but you know, that's fine. The sole plate did get a redesign. Yeah, but the boot itself is promising. I am excited to try these. I will have a review of these within like 2 to 3 weeks just because I am still testing out the Phantom GX, and then once I'm done with those, I will get to these. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you guys have any questions on the boots themselves, any details that I missed, let me know in the comments. I will be answering them. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like. Also, if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified for like the future reviews on this and like the Phantom GX and any other boots that I do review. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.